In this tutorial, we're going to go over how to create a chart template in Reviva. The first thing you're going to do is hit settings and then hit chart templates under the templates section. To then create a template, you're going to click this plus new chart button. And when you create a chart, it is critical that you have created the service category the chart belongs to. In Reviva, charts have a one-to-one unique relationship with a service category. So you can link one chart template to one service category. I'm going to go here. I'm going to select the particular service category that I want to create. I can even name this chart for this example. I'm going to call it Injectables Consult. Click Save. So a couple of notes for charting in Reviva. So we have this top section called billable items. This is essentially what is going to be reflected on the invoice or the payment step. And with Reviva, we make sure that everything that you chart is actually reflected in the invoice to avoid miscommunication. In this top section, you can actually configure it to also add consumables if you're actually charging by quantity and have consumable products actually linked to the particular service category. You can also include add-ons as well if the type of service that you're providing has additional enhancements that might take additional time and are also an additional cost. If you don't want to actually have these in the billable items section, then you do not need to add that. But for the sake of this example, since we're doing injectables, which are typically billed by quantity, I'm going to toggle on the consumable product here. On the left-hand side, we have a couple of different types of elements in Reviva charting. So the top section is more text elements. So these are just static elements that appear in the chart. Let's say you have a body of text that you constantly want to reference. You also have an image that you constantly want to have shown in a chart. Maybe it's like a diagram of a spine or some sort of face reference. You can always add those in. And then input elements. This is where you will actually input content in these. So very popular ones are, of course, short answer, where you can go in, you can type a question like, when is the last time you saw this patient? I can then click the plus sign again and then choose the appropriate element accordingly, such as, let's say that I have a longer paragraph, one that I want to select, and maybe this can be something like any upcoming events. We also have other elements such as a signature, and you can even, change this field to client signature. You can also put if it's required or not. So you can toggle this on. And then of course you can even go in and clone a specific element by clicking this clone icon and then delete to delete said element. Some other areas for input elements that our providers find handy is our photo component. So this is really useful for you to do before and after photo comparisons, where you can actually take photos directly with this component. You can also upload photos directly in the chart through this. We also, of course, have the multi-select component here, where you can go in and type in a question with answer choices, the date component, then checkbox as well. So just a couple of different aspects to charting with the elements. And then once you are ready to publish the chart, you should click this publish button on the top right hand corner. And you need to have the chart published to actually start using it for appointments. So definitely keep that in mind. Save here to save your progress, but I would highly recommend just clicking that publish button to save your progress and be able to see it during appointments. So yeah, that is how to create a Reviva chart template in a nutshell.